Heyo, boyos and girly pops, and welcome back to another episode of the Reading Room Ruffians, your favorite library podcast. It's me, Mallory, and the void within is strong today. Joining me is the incredible and possibly toxic, so maybe edible, BFF Ariel.
Go ahead and try me and find out.
And our supreme overlord, Carla.
I don't know either one of these two.
She loves us.
She loves us. We're recording from our library in Jackson County, West Virginia. Binky's Pooper Scooper Zach is joining us from Seattle, Washington.
Binky's Pooper Scooper? What in the world is that from?
Binky is the horse.
Oh, from the book. I was thinking, what the heck are you guys talking about? Yeah, Binky is the horse. I'm his Pooper
Somebody
Scooper.
forgot who we're talking about.
Muck him
today.
out.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's a perfect segue to this. Oh, Lort. We're talking about Mort today. Before we get to it, let's have a little sharing circle. Who wants the talking stick first?
I can give an
Zach.
update. It's fun stuff. Apparently, I was going first anyway.
Yep.
So, I finished up Murderbot, the show. This morning actually. I watched it this morning.
I finished it last night.
You finished it last night?
I did.
There you go. We must have been watching it at almost the same time. That's crazy. Yeah, I could say it's pretty good. Pretty good. It's a lot longer than the first book is, and it only covers the stuff in the first book, so it was kind of wild. But overall, I would say if you like Murderbot, give it a watch. It's
renewed for season 2.
It is renewed for season 2. I didn't like the human characters as much in this because I don't know. They felt like they did some of the people a little bit weird. But aside from that,
the punch.
Garathan was kind of whatever. I was thinking Mensa. Mensa was supposed to be all like confident and stuff like that in the book.
No.
And in the show, she was just like constantly on the verge of having a panic attack.
Nope. In the book, she is constantly on the verge of having a panic attack also.
I mean, this may be true, but you don't see it
Maybe
until
reread
later
your
on
books.
in the books. It wasn't in the first book.
Yeah, so this is on Apple TV, correct?
Yeah, Apple TV.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, I don't have it yet.
I'd give you my login if it'll let us. You can watch. Let them fight me. I don't give a They had me locked out for days. Days! I'm mad
The
at them
Apple
right
stuff?
now. Yes!
Rude.
Well, that's annoying. Also, I just got
Is
a
that
call, saw everybody, so it completely kicked me out of my video, so there's going to be a gap.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Is that your only update?
No, I was going to say, let me see here. Wait, I caught myself off guard. I don't remember. I probably had other updates, but I don't remember what they are. It's really hot here right now.
Yeah.
Is it?
Welcome to
inside,
our
but it's
world.
going to get cooler. It's supposed to be like 70s again. That's pretty nice. And I'll do some more paddleboarding. Yeah, fun stuff. I don't really have much else aside from that today. If I just come up with something else, I'll just interrupt one of you guys.
It sounded like he said powder boarding.
Powderboarding, yeah, my favorite.
That's funny.
I actually listened to a book.
Oh.
It's like phenomenal since I got something snuck in there.
Don't talk too much about it, though.
I'm not. It's just called The Blue Book of Nebo. It's a short little.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I will say nothing.
Is that a self-help one?
No.
Oh, my God. I'm shocked.
Yep.
But most
I
of
have
them
one of those
recently.
checked out, but I haven't.
I'm not surprised. Anything else?
Going on in my life.
Yeah.
No, it's just work stuff.
I got my hair cut.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I cut it off. And I got my nails done. Look, strawberry spiders. Aren't they the
Y'all need to
cutest things
obsess over
ever?
those for a second because they are
Yeah.
perfection.
It has been exactly a year since I got my nails done. Did you know that?
I didn't.
I did. It showed up on my Facebook memories that, the last time I got my nails done, I was like, it's been a year, which is stupid.
And it was
Too
the best
long.
nail appointment because I got to see her.
Yeah, we
It-
never schedule nail appointments at the same
Never.
time, ever.
You told me whenever you had yours done, but I always I always set it and forget it while I'm already
Yeah,
leaving Dusty's.
which makes sense.
So it's just
and
like,
I don't set mine until like days before, and I'm like just text Brooke, and I'm like, hey, you got any openings?
Yeah.
Because that's who I am as a person.
Fit me in, girl. Fit me in.
Because I gotta work around.
Keep
kids'
talking. I gotta
schedules
go.
and stuff.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yap. Gotcha. And school is kicking my butt right now. That is about my only update.
Hey, but you've done really well on your tests.
Yeah, that's true. I'm taking an anthropology test or quit class right now, and we have 6 exams, and that's basically all the grades that you have in that class. And like, I take pages upon pages of notes.
Hey, but you're 2
She's
for
not
2.
joking.
I am. Yeah, I got a 98 on my first exam and a 96 on my second one. So doing pretty good.
Hashtag proud.
Hashtag Zach needs to be quiet.
Hashtag stop talking to people outside of the podcast.
Hashtag he's going to kill us when he edits this.
He better leave it in. That he said hello in the background. Hello.
All right.
Okay.
Your
Yeah.
turn.
I don't really have an update other than nail check.
And she's wearing the cutest outfit ever.
They're cute little cactuses, cacti. They're little babies. They're blurry.
I was working on something.
There.
Were you,
anyway.
Zach? Were you working on something else? He needs to shut the door.
Oh, well, let me see if I can. Well,
he
it's
is-
a little jumpsuit. That's what I got on.
It's cute.
He is still at work, so.
Psh. Psh.
But I don't really have anything else to update other than I'm still reading the Dresden Files.
I started Scythe and Sparrow, and I'm about halfway through, and it's fantastic.
Hashtag all hail Barbara.
Oh, yeah. Barbara.
If you know, you know.
Yep.
And if you don't, you should.
Oh, I saw the reel with the cover with Barbara.
Was that not so
Yes!
good? Was that
I
not
want
so good?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I want it real bad. Real
Oh.
bad.
You didn't talk about Jasper.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Jasper DeWitt, our previous author interview, has been emailing us a lot here lately, and we've been chatting. And he keeps on sending us like GPT generated photos, and they're amazing. And
Of his characters.
his characters in his books. And he has stuff going on Substack. Is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
He's got a new book that he's writing, and he's posting stuff on there for that. And he said that there is exciting news about the book that we read, the one that's not published.
Yeah.
Like on the horizon, but he can't say it yet. So I'm excited.
I have hopes, but I think I may be dreaming a little high.
Are you hoping for a movie or something?
A TV series.
Oh,
That would be nice.
but it's not even published yet.
Well,
so
so
Listen, I read a book last year. It was Argyle.
Oh,
it
yeah,
came
I
out in
remember that.
January.
Yeah.
In February, it was out in theaters.
well, then maybe, yeah.
So, there's a chance. So
Be cool,
you're
though.
saying
it would
there's a
be so cool.
But the fact that he said that he was excited that his book was one of the favorites means he's still watching us. So, hi, Jasper!
It was
gonna
my
ask-
favorite.
oh, first of all, I'm
My
back.
favorite.
And I was asking if it was Jasper you guys were talking about. I saw
Yeah.
you sent a bunch of emails. I didn't
Yeah.
actually get to read them the other day.
I did and replied.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
Wild.
His monster is like super scary.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's freaky. Like, no, I would not run into that.
So probably don't want to look at it myself.
Oh, no, I want you to look at it. I should have printed it so you can have a
Oh,
reaction.
you know, that's not a bad idea for you. Let me just like run screaming out of the room,
Yeah.
like Kermit the Frog. I would do it.
Oh,
Carla, anything new?
She
Nope,
said her
I
She already
went.
said
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
your
one more
book.
thing I
That's-
wanted
yeah.
to say on my
Of
end.
course you do.
All right, really, this is very important. I've
Okay.
been playing way too much Magic recently, Magic Arena. So if any of the listeners want to play Magic with me, hit me up and you can lose to me at Magic.
What
It'd be
a
great.
nerd.
Listen, that embarrassed me. It was so nerdy.
Well, you see, okay, so the way Arena works, you have to get in like a certain number of games a day that you win. So I've been playing a lot of it because of that, and also like just I've been doing lots of drafts and stuff. Draft is the best, but I had to play the normal games so that I can get enough coins to draft again, and it's a chore. It's like 15 games you have to win per day, which
How
can
long
take
do
a little
these
bit
games
of
last?
a while if you're bad.
How long do they last?
Okay, so most of the games I'm playing right now are with my
You
red
better walk
aggro
it
deck,
back.
my mono red aggro deck, and they last about 4 or 5 minutes.
That's not too bad.
No, they're pretty quick.
So you're
They're
wasting
pretty
like
quick.
an hour.
They're yeah, it depends. It's about an hour and a half of actual game time because occasionally I lose. You know,
What a
occasionally.
nerd.
Occasionally.
Not often though. Let's be honest here.
Oh my lord.
I'm just gonna cringe at a scene. Bye.
Yep.
That's funny. I
Fun
mean, I guess
stuff,
if we're
right?
talking about like stuff like Magic, my D&D game is really getting crazy right now. I don't want to say too much because maybe some of them will decide to listen eventually, but a lot of crazy stuff is afoot. Did I tell you?
You've told me a lot.
I have told her a lot.
Are
I
you
just don't
the
know the last
DM
update.
or are you just
no.
player?
I'm just a player. My character's name is Leary. She is a bard. She's an elf, and she is the most me character I have ever made. I try to put like some of me into all of my characters. That way it's a little bit easier to roleplay, but she's definitely the most me because she collects animals.
See, I want to play
Amazing.
so bad, like with other than my teens.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want like adults to play with
Yeah.
because I want to be a barbarian.
Ugh.
You know, that's something.
my-
That is something we could do online if you guys ever want to.
I'm
Just a
in.
thought.
I'm already in.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
just
yes, yes, yes,
already
yes.
in. So we know. I have a lot of characters
'Cause
and waiting.
I like barbarians because they're big and they're strong, and that's what I want to be, and it's the exact opposite of what I actually am.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember your first D&D character?
Nope.
No, because it was with Tim at his house.
Yep.
I was going to say
mine was also with
technically
Tim.
the first game I played was Call of Cthulhu, but I didn't really actually get to play but like what 2 sessions, Carla?
Probably.
I mean,
think
that's
I
that's
was,
not
like-
D&D though. That's Cthulhu.
Yeah, I know.
But that was pretty cool.
yeah,
It was a fun
Different
game.
then-
system.
And then
Yeah.
after I played Pathfinder with Tim,
Mhm.
but that
Okay, there
wasn't
you go.
until I worked here at the library. So
Okay,
Pathfinder,
I
I
played
think
for a little
counts.
bit.
I got you all beat. I played my first game with Tim. We have a common theme here. in 1983.
That's before I was even
Yeah,
born.
That's the
wasn't
OG.
around then. Mine
Nope.
was. I was like maybe like 9
So
or
you
10,
was-
I think.
You was what, devil worshipping back then? Isn't that what
Probably.
they thought it was?
Yeah.
Although, yeah,
I'm sure people still
there
think
was
it
some.
is.
There was some.
There are some people who do.
Oh my gosh, there were some people in that dorm that one guy just sat on the outside in the hallway with his back against the wall, tossing things in the air and catching them and swallowing them, and they weren't candy.
Was it drugs?
It was drugs. Don't know what
It was-
kind. But anyway,
Who knows?
Yeah.
it was a while, and actually, one of the TV news people had played in that game when he was in college.
Oh,
I
that's
can't remember what
fun.
his name is now. Yeah, it was funny. I was like, oh my gosh, I knew you. You were
You played D&D with me
yeah,
back in the day.
What?
way back in the day.
What nerd?
Do you
This
remember your
was the
first
day
character
before
though?
the day.
I remember my first character's
I think I
name.
was an elf, but I don't know. I can't remember.
I want to say I was an elf, but I could have been a hobbit or something. But her
I don't
name
know what you
was
are.
my name spelled backwards.
Yep, I do
But
remember that
I
actually.
don't remember how I pronounced it though.
I don't know.
Can't
Lyria?
remember.
Something like that? Lyra? Lyra? I
I
don't
think
remember.
it was Lyra actually. I think it was.
Mine was I was a dwarf cleric. I had a warhammer, I think. No, did I have battle axe? I might have had a battle axe. And my character's name was Boro the Cheerful.
I was a rogue.
The first one I really got into was probably it was the one that we ran right before COVID. I got to play that one the longest, and I was a sorcerer, and I was an Ifrit.
I remember
Man,
that.
she was
I
such a
remember
badass.
that.
I loved her
Yeah.
so much.
See, I can't remember the names of any of mine.
Yeah, I don't remember her name, but she was so much fun.
What was I when was I a bug creature in that one? Like a praying mantis like one?
Yes. Yeah, and then you were a bird or a cat.
I was a bird.
Yeah, and then I was a cat person
That's
later.
right, and the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had a pet dinosaur.
Oh my
named
gosh,
Gur.
you were channeling the dungeon crawler Carl before. I was like,
You were a
That's
Thryking?
funny.
Is that what it's called? The praying mantis type dude, Thryking?
yeah,
I guess, yeah.
I was a Thryking
I'm-
monk one time. I remember doing that.
'Cause
He had
I
extra
was like,
arms so he could
I wanna be
punch
a
more.
Bug.
Yeah. My so Leary has a moon squirrel. Okay, he's
I remember you telling me about that.
Oh man, that was a hard one. And then she has a blink dog now. So it's like a dog that can just like blip through time and space. He's cute. And she has a bunny corn. And what was the other thing? Oh, she has a mummy cat.
But you know, I have decided that no one can be embarrassed about anyone else's things in this group.
Yeah, for
There is
real.
no-
I'm talking
no
about how
way.
I played Magic, and you're like, nerd.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I got a bunny corn and a kitty.
I did not make those animals, okay? You can take that up with my DM who loves me because he knows I love animals. But yeah. It's been a very wild campaign because so Savannah plays with us
Uh-huh.
and she is a ranger and her familiar animal companion
Mhm.
is a huge wolf spider. Like
Oh my
Love
god!
that.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And Leary, whenever she met her, she was just like, "Oh, you're so fuzzy."
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
They got their little paws.
Oh,
I don't know if those are called
I think it's
paws,
so
but
cute that
sure.
they have paws.
but yeah. So it's very fun. It's very fun. She's also drunk all the time because
Love that.
Bard. I don't play into the whole like sex everywhere Bard. It's like we're gonna party and you're gonna like it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
I feel like that's a Bard. But yeah. So anyway, Mort.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, let's get into Mort. This is our wrap up of Mort. So we've all read it. You guys have read it too, listeners, I'm sure. And we're going to be very
I know
spoilery
a
in this
couple
one.
have.
So
Yeah,
if you haven't read
all the
it,
spoilers.
pause. Okay, now that you're back. Let's talk about it.
Well, I liked the way it ended better than I did in the beginning. The longer I read it, the more I enjoyed it.
I had
Because it was
forgotten
hard for
most
me-
of this book, honestly.
It was hard for me to read
see
because
that.
I couldn't hear. I mean, I could hear Death's voice in my head, but I couldn't hear the rest of them, and it was kind of weird. So
I can see that. Yeah.
Did you end up listening to it at all, or?
a little bit, but I didn't have time just to set. So for that length of time, I don't know. I don't think I like the reader as well as I normally do.
So there
You got
are
the
like
new
2 or
one,
3 different
right?
readers,
Yeah.
and some of them
Yeah.
are just not that good.
So I just wasn't into it as much.
That's fair.
So, but I did finish the book, and it got much better the longer I read.
Just so we're clear, I was shaking my head at my children.
I know.
And
Not
so
at
was
my-
I.
Not at Carla.
No, you didn't like it. No. But yes, I did.
Well, I just figure I'm like, I probably look crazy.
Yeah.
going,
Yeah. I was glancing off and but yeah. This is such a nice little
I
fun
liked
book.
it. I honestly really liked Albert at the beginning.
Oh,
I really liked him at the beginning.
Mhm.
He got a little crazy at the end.
yeah.
He did.
He
He
did.
did.
But I liked him at the beginning.
Mhm.
Like, I liked how he was like, so weird.
It really is so weird.
Crazy how. I mean, because he was getting really worried about the fact that he was gonna die or have to die because
Yeah.
he was gonna.
I think that's why he
Yeah.
went crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he was
Okay,
just,
well,
Oh, and he was presented with a bill that was 2,000 years old.
That's true.
With interest.
Yeah.
That would have made me crazy.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like when he went to the school and he like started just turning people into like other things or like zapping them.
Just the one guy with the bill.
Calm down.
It was just a toad.
He was a little out of touch with society at that point, I think. So
Yeah.
makes sense after being gone for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Also, he
I like how
definitely was
they
going to
took a
murk Mort
statue
there
and-
for a minute.
And just
Yeah.
They
like
took the statue to the
basement and
locked
built
him
a
away.
wall around it.
They were so afraid that he came out of the statue. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I didn't like how he was going to kill Mort.
No.
I
Not
thought
my
Mort
little
was going to
baby.
go really bad there for a little bit. Like I said, I hadn't read this one before. I thought,
Mhm.
there is no way that he could be that. Because he was playing with the idea in his head.
Yeah. I didn't worry about that though, honestly.
No, I didn't either.
I did.
I had trust in Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like bits and pieces of Reaper Man where. Anyway,
But
I won't go any more into that, but it's like
him marrying what's her face?
Isabel?
Isabel.
Yeah.
His daughter. Death's
I
daughter.
don't know that I liked that.
I thought
I like it better than the princess.
Definitely
Yeah.
better than the princess.
Yeah.
I did not like her at
Well, I
all.
mean,
'cause
sure,
that was
yeah.
very
That
obvious,
doesn't take
and I
much.
just
She
didn't
was
like
kinda
that.
awful.
But I don't know that I liked him marrying her.
I don't think he lived long.
Who, Mort? Why?
Well, I mean, she shows up in The Hogfather later,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I don't think she's with anyone then.
That doesn't mean he's necessarily dead.
Well, no, but it kind of, I didn't even get the impression she had ever been married.
That's a good point.
'Cause
I
I
don't
saw
remember
that
from
one
the. It's been so long since I've read the Hogfather
Uh-huh.
book, whether or not she mentions anything about home life at all.
Hmm.
I don't think so, but maybe she just
I
went
don't-
out by herself because she's like, she's a lot. I mean, she's not older, but
She's
she
a
is
strong,
also a lot
independent
older than Mort
woman.
is because
Yes,
she's been
Yeah.
like what,
quite a bit.
16 or
30,
17 for
16.
35 years or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's too long.
Mm.
It's a long
I'd
time.
hate that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mort was actually young, so it's kind of a weird relationship if you ask me.
God, see, yeah, no, I could not handle putting up with a boy. No.
Well, she had no experience with anybody, so
I
it
don't
was like
care.
she was kind of like young in that sense.
If
Yeah,
I
she
was
was
16
Inexperienced
for
with life.
Mm-hmm.
30 some years, right? That would make me like what, 40 something?
If you were
Right?
ice,
And I had never been with anybody. I get that. But I had my own set ways.
well, she was pretty.
No way. Mm-mm.
I don't think he had an easy life.
Who, Mort?
Yeah, with her.
Well,
Oh,
Mort,
probably not.
Mort is just very easygoing anyway.
He is.
He just goes with it. He's
But,
such
like,
a sweet little baby.
I liked when they insulted each other, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I enjoyed
That
that.
was
Yeah.
funny.
That was fun. Okay, so
Yeah,
the
I don't
main
know.
the main thing about this book, what did you guys think of that? So the whole point, again, for people who are foolishly listening, even though they haven't read the book, is that Mort spares or he saves a princess because he thinks she's real cute. He saves a princess from getting murdered by an assassin, right?
Mhm.
And that causes sort of like this bubble of wrongness around the whole Discworld, and it tries to effectively bring things back to the way it should be. And what do they call that? They had some sort of like inertia effect or whatever. But basically, everybody was acting like she had died because that's what was supposed to happen, even though she
Yeah.
hadn't died, right?
Yeah, they couldn't remember her.
They constantly didn't understand that she was still around. They
She-
were all like mourning, but they didn't actually know why. And anytime she showed up, they were just like, "What? Why are you here?"
Yeah, like they were really thrown off guard.
She had to hire a wizard as a what is it, a official recognizer or
Yeah.
something.
Something like
yeah.
that.
He had to go around hanging posters of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I could find
Was
that in here, but I don't see it.
Was Mrs. Cake in this one, or was she in Reaper Man?
She is
She-
not
I
in
think
this one.
I think
Okay.
that was Reaper Man.
I was going to say, because
I was
she's
gonna
a
say, 'cause
character
I
that
don't know
shows
who
up
that
in a
is.
lot of them, apparently. But I will table that for another day.
Mhm.
I
But
felt
yeah,
bad
so-
for death.
For who?
I
Yeah.
did too.
Death.
Yeah.
Just when he was having fun and being happy
I know, being a wine cook.
Ugh.
and petting cats.
I mean, that is the dream.
Petting
Yeah,
cats.
not the line cook
Petting
part.
cats. Petting cats.
Okay, this was one thing. About the ending, did you guys feel like it was a little bit kind of sudden?
Yes.
I did, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't remember it being that, like, I thought there was like more of a reason this stuff happens, but it feels like he's just getting ready to get killed and then it just time skips.
Yeah.
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 He
I
was
like,
the
but what was the reasoning though?
Cutwell was the royal recognizer.
Yeah.
Bang issues. They
I
looked
was
so
trying
good
to. I still
earlier
can't find
today.
that where it said it was something about reality correcting itself.
Yeah. And it was all centered
But I can't-
around the princess.
Her. Yeah. Mhm.
Queen.
Yeah. Yeah, princess
the
to
queen, she became
which
the
she
queen.
hadn't
This
been
is right.
coronated yet. Which, yeah, it all led up to her coronation.
Yeah.
And essentially what was going to happen, like the storm or whatever was coming and it would kill her. And then, yeah, it would right everything.
Yep. Well, it wouldn't kill her. It would make her so that she had died. Technically
Right.
different.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
That was the
Nice
whole
to
thing. It was all a correction. Like, so people's like,
Yeah.
Mort was like one of the only people who noticed this. Mort and the Wizards, I guess. Cutwell knows that stuff like that was happening, at least. But as he became more and more death-like, when Death just sort of went off and did his own thing for a while, he started becoming more real, and he could notice these things and like walk through walls because they weren't as real as he was and all this stuff. Anyway, it was very
Yeah.
cool. But he would watch like as his bubble goes through, like people's shirts would change colors, or the name
Yeah.
of a tavern would change colors because of, change names or whatever. But as the bubble
Yeah.
goes by, because of
Yeah.
it's in two separate timelines, and then one it just hops over into the other one. Some small things have changed, and
Yeah.
he's like the only person who's noticing this. Nobody else does. So realistically, it would have just corrected itself, and everything would have been fine. But the whole story was like all about him trying to fix this or prevent it or whatever. But
Now- The queen, she goes to live with Death, right? When this is happening, like at the end. That's how they escape it.
I think her and
I know that
Cutwell
was
don't they? But I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
was an
they
offer.
go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they stayed.
That's what I was wondering. I don't, in the book,
'Cause
it
Mort-
doesn't say,
And
does
Mort
it?
took him there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I don't think it did. I don't know what happened to him.
Because, if the queen or whatever goes back, then she's dead.
Mhm.
She could just go back somewhere else as somebody else.
I think that she survives. Doesn't Death do something about it and make her survive because they're at the
Yeah.
Yeah, she's at the
At the wedding.
she's at the wedding. Yeah, no. So the princess becomes it like Death does
How does
something
that
to that.
work
This
then?
is a thing. He asked essentially a favor of the gods because
That's
he's
right.
like I don't ask
Yeah.
stuff for them very often,
Yeah,
and he
no,
swapped the timeline around so that she survived, and
That's right. That's what it was.
Mort can then marry Isabel and become Duke and Duchess of Stohellet or whatever.
Yeah.
I did pull up a summary before we came in, just so I could remember
Yeah.
stuff, just in case I forgot about the ending.
But it did seem to
forgot
end
to read this again.
very fast. And
Oh yeah.
It did. It was very
yeah.
abrupt.
Yeah.
It was sudden.
I really loved whenever Mort was going on his first jobs. Like the little monk man.
Oh, I liked him.
I
yeah.
loved that. I think that was probably my favorite one. But, no, because a witch. He met a witch.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I liked her
And,
too.
yeah, I mean-
she was
Mhm.
great.
Yes. I liked that a lot, especially those two, because they were
Mhm.
just like Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when he showed up at that house and everything was clean and tidy and put away, and there was like hay left out for the horse and all that. It's like, yeah, that's a witch
Yep.
because she knew.
I knew. Yeah.
It was
And
fun.
he's just like, I'm nervous. And she's like, don't be.
Yeah.
It's like, don't be. We'll figure it out together. Don't you worry.
And she
and,
just,
then she dies and gets hot.
Yeah.
and
Love that.
she does it, and she didn't go with him.
No?
She's
No. She's like, I'm going to stay here a while. And you're going to deal with it.
pretty
and he was
much
like, yes, ma'am.
Such a witch thing. I love
Yeah.
it.
It's so great. And
Yeah.
then the monk dude.
yeah,
Oh,
The
yeah.
monk dude
Being
was-
reborn.
He was great.
He's like,
Yeah.
I've got to go here. This is where I'm going.
Yeah.
Right here.
Like, I guess I'm gonna go
Yeah.
be born
That
again.
was such a cool
Yeah, that was a funny
concept,
thing. He's like, I
too.
remember
Yeah.
everything only when I'm dead. He remembers everything.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
he comes back to life. He doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
I feel like if reincarnation's real, that's kind of probably how it works too.
Mhm.
That's how I've seen
I
it
think so,
described
too.
by a lot of
Yeah.
other stories and things, is that you don't remember
Yeah.
anything until you die, and then you remember everything.
Mhm.
And you like decide to go back in. Except he had to like immediately go
Yeah.
because he's like, I'm being conceived right now.
Which is such a weird.
It's time to
It's a
go.
little bit of a
Yeah.
weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
He didn't care, though. He was all
No.
about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to
It's
get
like-
that perfect sound.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Who was the third guy?
That what
oh,
guy?
wait, was it supposed to be the princess?
I think the third one was supposed to be
Yeah,
the princess,
okay.
and that's when
Yeah,
things went
yeah,
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was supposed to
Yeah.
be the
So his
princess,
first
but
two
that's
jobs
what
were
caused
great.
the whole issue.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I couldn't remember if he had the first three and then her.
Nah, she was the third one.
Yeah, it was. That's how
And
it
in
was.
Mort's defense, though, he was kind of sent out as a rookie, totally unprepared,
Yeah.
with some
Yeah.
hard ones.
And Death definitely knew
yeah,
that giving him that job, he knew what he was doing.
I think
No,
he
I mean,
was just trying
even
to get his
said
daughter
it.
married
He said
off.
that it was
Yeah.
like going to possibly be an issue,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? Didn't he?
Death
Yeah.
just wanted a big vacation.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
was like, if it happens, it happens. And then he
Yeah.
got mad about it. And then he was like, I'll fix it anyway. And it's like, well, listen here, drama boy.
Mhm.
I don't think he got. I think he had it all planned out to begin with.
You think so?
I think.
I
I
don't
think
think so.
not everything, but I think he wanted Isabel to have someone.
Oh, he
yeah,
definitely
no, that
wanted
And I
part-
think
Isabel to
I think
have
the whole
Mort.
thing was planned out,
Yeah.
and there was a big thing, and that's the only she wouldn't have just fallen in love with him had there not been some kind of trauma because she'd been reading all those other lives. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
No, this is true. She
The-
had that hyped up idea of what's supposed to happen when
Yeah,
Two
you fall
young
in love,
lovers
and
fall
they
in love,
die, and then you
one
die.
dies, but they didn't actually die, and then they actually do die, and it's just silly stuff.
Yeah.
Describe basically Romeo and Juliet there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, guys, that's not what love is. Let's
It's
not
not.
do that.
No,
We
it's
don't
not.
condone that.
No babies.
You mean,
Not
whoa,
healthy.
No.
Are you saying that
No.
love is not just meeting somebody, thinking they're hot, and then killing yourself when you can't see them again the next
No.
day?
No, no,
Absolutely not.
I don't
Absolutely
know. That sounds
We
legit
saved
to
you,
me.
Zach. We're saving you right now. Okay.
Just say no. Just say no.
Also, check for a pulse. Make sure they're actually dead.
And if not, there's options.
You could always just finish the job anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
or just call 911.
Or that. That's the other option.
Yeah, I
Oh my
guess.
gosh, whatever. All right, how did this feel on a Terry Pratchett like scale? Pratchettisms. I didn't think there was as much in this book as there was in some of the other ones. It still feels very
No.
much like an earlier Terry Pratchett.
Yeah, you
book
could
to me.
definitely tell it was one of his early things.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot
It's
of
what, his
experience with Terry Pratchett.
Fourth
but-
one that he
I think
wrote?
it's his fourth
Uh,
book. Yeah,
87's when it came out.
Yeah, so it's still very, very new before he got like way into his like writing style and whatnot, I think.
Have you
Yes.
guys read any of the ones he wrote for like the newspaper or whatever, the Carpet People?
I want
and
to say that I read
No.
one.
I read a
Oh,
couple.
they're
of
pretty
those.
good.
Want to, though.
they're pretty good.
Yep.
I think that's you get a glimpse of what Terry Pratchett will be later from those.
Yeah.
And then he starts writing the books, and it takes him a while to get up to speed.
I feel like Guards is the first really good one. I read that one
I love that
over the
one.
weekend, and it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's good. Mhm.
It's very good, and it's got a lot more of the like social commentary type stuff and
Yeah.
whatnot that you don't get from this one necessarily as much.
Yeah.
I did like his discussion of how like Mort and Death and a couple other things like Binky were all more real than actual reality was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool concept.
That's
I like
something
that a
that
lot.
shows up a few more times, I think, in Terry Pratchett's work, but
Yeah.
it's like a thing. He's always got some weird solutions or descriptors of things that just make sense in his world.
I liked Binky.
Oh, yeah.
Binky's the best.
Yes, Binky was funny.
I kind of hope if there's anything right in the universe that Bill came to get him when he died. Terry Pratchett.
Oh, have you seen that fan art?
No, I don't want to.
Yes.
No, don't talk about
Yeah.
it.
Makes
I'll
me
cry
cry.
right now.
It makes
Stop.
me cry.
Yeah, stop it
It
right
is.
now.
It is pretty good fan art, and it did make me
Stop
tear
it
up a little
right
bit.
now.
I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I was like, I'm going to cry. And I think I showed you.
Yeah.
You know what? You may have sent it to me
I
too, and I
probably
probably
did.
did sob.
Well, I mean, I cried
Ugh.
through his whole book.
Oh my God, that was
God.
like brutal.
That was
That took me so long to
That
finish
hurt
because I
so
kept on crying.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, I can't.
yeah,
I got to walk away for a bit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
biography.
bad. It's bad.
But it's good too.
It's so good. Just
but it's
for
you know when you
yeah.
know how it ends. It's like reading Old
it's
Yeller. You know how it's going to end.
heart-wrenching.
yeah, yeah,
It's heart
I
wrenching.
never read that one.
yeah.
I knew better.
Oof.
I read Where the Red Fern Grows.
Oh, that's-
though, and
that's
that one's
worse.
just as bad.
It's,
See, I know I read those,
Mhm.
but you know who can't remember them? This guy.
Lucky.
Yeah,
I read
I
it in
think-
elementary
I
school.
think I like blocked them out.
And then they made us watch the movie because,
Yeah.
childhood trauma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Bruce
That one
Terabithia
guy on
is
the
another
internet.
one like that.
Oh my gosh, no, that one's so bad.
that guy on the internet, he's like, we didn't read books, we survived
Yeah.
books.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's because that's all the stuff they made us read. It was just like all
Yeah.
a bunch of
Oh,
really
yeah.
sad stuff, and I'm just like, come on.
It's no wonder we have a whole generation of horribly depressed people.
He's
I don't
right.
actually.
It started
I
in
still
mine.
understand the value of reading Old Yeller or Where the Red Fern Grows, aside from like, oh yeah, death is real and it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I
At
read
least stuff like
Squanto.
what was it,
I've
1984
never even
makes
heard that.
sense. It's like a social commentary, but there's
Yeah.
stuff. I don't want to hear just about how a dog dies. You know?
Yeah.
No.
I read, those are made up stories too, and they tear at your heart.
Mhm.
Squanto was based on a true story.
What is Squanto?
He was a
That sounds like
Native
a
American. It was a Native American. And it's not. Anyway, and there was back and forth between the whites and stuff like that. Anyway, I'll just spoil it. In the end, he gets killed. It's like you are so attached to this good person, and
He dies.
he dies.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
I was
It'd be like
this
that.
is fourth grade. Fourth
That's
grade.
Where the Red Fern Grows. That's
I
what I
know.
read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, on the subject of books that make us sob, whenever I was a child, the book that got me every time was Are You My Mother?
Oh no, I
That's
see.
my favorite
I would
one.
get so
I love Are You My
sad
Mother.
because I was like, how this baby does not know its mother, and I am distraught about it. My mom was like, Mallory, it's okay. You've read this book before. And I'm like, but he doesn't know, Mom.
Oh my god, there's so many kids' books that I can't read because I cry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Janice used to bring me, have you seen this? And I'm like, I couldn't do it.
Don't
Started crying right off the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
can't do it.
the I Love You Forever one.
Ugh.
Apparently, there's a
Yeah.
Squanto movie. It's not
Yeah.
very good, apparently.
Well, he dies.
He dies.
so-
I don't think that's the reason why it's not a
No.
good movie, but sure.
I gotta say, I do love Terry Pratchett for that. He has not killed off anybody in any of the ones that I've
Yeah.
read that I was like horribly distraught about.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Granny
was-
Weatherwax.
That one kind of got me.
That one made me cry,
Hey,
but it
but-
wasn't a
Spoilers,
horrible.
she was
No.
like ready.
She was
though.
ready.
That
Yeah.
was the thing. Like it was
It still
sad,
was
but
emotional.
It was not.
Yeah.
It's not Old Yeller.
It was
Yeah.
emotional for us because we had to say goodbye for her
Yeah.
to her. It was not emotional for her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was. She was
Yeah.
good. She was ready.
Yeah.
Which it's not as hard for me if they're ready. If they're like, okay, like,
Yes.
let's go.
Yeah.
Fair.
But it was still sad.
But it's not.
Because I
it's
started
not the
reading it and I
same.
was like, oh no. Oh no.
I ain't dead.
I ain't dead.
I love that she put that sign up.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, it's hard to tell that she
To be fair,
wasn't dead.
To be fair.
True. Because she was out like traipsing around in something
Like
else's body.
Like owls. She liked to go in
Mhm,
owls a
yeah.
lot. And then she said it was
Yeah.
hard for her to get used to not thinking about eating rats or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, I couldn't get the taste of rat out of her mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
on that note,
Uh-huh.
overall good book, I would say.
Yeah.
I think it was
Not
a
one
good
of my
book,
favorite
but it's-
Terry Pratchett books, but it was still pretty good.
So
if
I like
you
Reaper
want
Man
to
better.
start Terry Pratchett's books, I wouldn't start with this one.
No.
No, I start with Guards.
It's good.
I think it's great. It's a good
Though-
starting point.
That's
I
a
did
good one.
make, I did
Or
make
The
Eddie
Wee Free
start
Man.
with this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eddie.
Actually, The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents is pretty
Oh,
good too.
that one's so
Yeah.
good.
It's a
Yeah,
good
I
one.
kinda
That's a
like-
standalone
it's
too.
a
That's nice.
standalone. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's a juvenile book.
Yeah.
So, like, any reading level, you all could get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, people who are, like, really high reading levels, it's still good.
Yeah.
And if you're a
And that's how I
kid
felt about
and
We
you want
Free
to start
Men.
it, it's a good one.
Mhm.
If you read at kid levels, it's a good one. I ain't judging. I have friends that read at kids levels.
Mhm. It ain't no thing but chicken wing.
As long as you're reading, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and that's a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the We Free Men and Guards are actually, I like Reaper Man better than this one and Witches Abroad.
I like Witches Abroad.
I need to read more Terry Pratchett.
Somebody's too busy stuck on her boyfriend over there.
I'm not sorry.
I think
Talk
I'm getting ready
about
to start
that
the
next
fifth one
time.
of those.
I know, yeah.
I am trying to get through them this year. It's just I wanted to start the other one.
I did not mean to binge them. I
Well,
think I started them.
I put the fifth one on hold. I think
Yeah.
is why, and that's why I started Scythe and Sparrow. So.
Yeah. I did not mean to binge them. I am on book 8.
Yeah, I'm only at 5.
Crazy.
She was like, well, have you started it yet? And I was like, yeah, I'm on book 2. And she's like, you started without me. And now she's like,
I'm on book 8.
It's ridiculous.
Well, back to Terry
I
Pratchett.
can't.
Have any of you guys read any of the Egyptian ones?
I don't think so.
I haven't either. I haven't read any of
What's
those.
the Egyptian ones?
I can't remember the name. It's not Egypt. It's like some name.
Well, yeah, but it's
I don't
like,
know.
It's
What do you mean
Egypt, but not
Egyptian
Egypt.
ones? You talking
There
about
are some
Codex
that-
Alera?
No, are you talking about Terry Pratchett?
Yeah, Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Zach,
were, I
Google
didn't know
it.
you were talking about Terry Pratchett. You were talking
Get
about
back
Dresden
on the
just a second
topic,
ago.
Zach.
Google it.
I said back to Terry
she did.
Pratchett.
Oh, I
She
didn't hear
did.
that part because you guys were talking too loud. Anyway, the Egyptian ones, like the stuff in quote unquote Clatch.
Yeah, I guess. I couldn't remember the name of the country.
Did all 3 of us do that?
I don't know if she did, but I know that we did.
But,
man.
I don't know. I mean, I've read all of his main Discworld books, so if that's
Google
Yeah.
it. Google what they're called.
the Egyptian Terry Pratchett books.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's probably not Egyptian, but it's like
Egyptian-esque.
Yes. They got the pyramids. It's the one with the pyramids.
Oh, there is one just called it's
the
Jingo.
pyramids.
Jingo, is that one of the ones you're talking about? I think.
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't have the list in front of me. It's on my phone, which I'm recording on right now. Can't get it.
I think there's one just called Pyramids or something like that.
Yeah, there is one called Pyramids.
Yeah, there's one called Pyramids. Yeah. So
That
yes, I
group.
have read it. It's been a long, long time though.
I haven't read any of those.
I don't think I've read those either.
I mean, fair. Like I said, I just went through all the books one summer in college, so
I think I've read We Free Men like 2 or 3 times.
I know I've read it at least that many.
I've read about 6 in the past couple weeks.
I'm getting things sent to me right now. Like somebody's messaging me, and that just said "real sent," but from Success Goat.
Nice.
Like that's the account.
You know what
That
I gotta say, Success Goat?
Bah!
We've been going too long. Let's wrap.
Yeah,
okay.
we have.
Yeah.
Okay, so final thoughts?
It's a good book, but
Yeah.
not the one to start with Terry Pratchett.
Right.
Once
Agreed.
again, I am sorry, Eddie.
Yeah, I would start with one of the other ones.
We Free Men. Read that one next.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Listen,
cards.
Yes.
That's what
Whaley,
I've read,
Whaley.
and they're so good.
Oh, I
I
was looking to see if you had any in here.
Loved.
There's one over there on the floor behind
yeah.
one of the MacFeagles.
Yeah.
That's Hamish.
Should have got it.
You should get it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. We'll show you a Mac
Pause.
Feagle.
Pause.
This is Hamish.
So while we wait for that, the next couple of episodes we have, we're going to do a little book chat next. So you're going to hear us talk about some of the books that we've read. And oh God, I love it. And then we're going to have author. Hi. Words. Ariel, read the book.
Blood and Silver, J.D. Goland.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And then we are going to be discussing our next book club book,
Mhm.
which is Zach, what is it?
Mickey
It's
7.
Mickey 7 by something Ashton. Edward Ashton.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, get ready with that one, y'all. That's our next book club book. So put it on hold. Oh no.
Yeah, that one takes a long while to get, so go ahead and start trying to get it.
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
going through a library.
Sorry, we're in my office right now. The phone's ringing.
Ring, ring.
Anyway, there's Hamish. Knack McFeagle.
The phone is ringing. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, this is our Knack McFeagle that she made. How many of these did you make? Like 13 or something?
It's something like that.
It was a lot.
Yeah. They're little
She
blue.
hid them all over the library for MiniCon.
They're little, like, they're not fairies.
No.
Don't
You
call
never-
them
Don't
that.
call them that.
And they're covered in blue tattoos, so they look like they're blue skin. And they have very, very thick Scottish accents. So if you listen to the book,
You'll understand by chapter 4 everything they're
Yes.
saying.
Yep.
but
it-
at first you're going to be like, what? And then as the more you read, there's actually a
An index.
at the end
At the
for
back,
the
dictionary.
words and
Yeah.
stuff.
You won't need it by then.
No, you
No,
won't.
you'll understand.
It's still fun to go back and look at them, though,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, man,
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm special.
So-
My favorite thing about they're fierce and they do all kinds of stuff, but I love the fact that they believe that they had to have been really, really, really good in a previous life
Yes.
to get to come to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is their reward.
Yeah.
Which
And
I
then,
thought was
then
really
when
cool.
they
That
die
world is
here,
heaven.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
When
And-
they die here, they go back
to the regular.
to the regular one.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Oh my God, I love them. I just absolutely love them.
And Tiffany Aching in that one is just,
She's my hero.
she is such a good character. Like, let me
I love
tell
her.
you, I did not expect, and these were the first books that I read of Terry Pratchett's, and I did not expect that an old man could write a little girl like so great. But Tiffany
Mhm.
Aching is
She's
like,
amazing.
She was me as a little girl. And I'm really upset that I didn't have these books whenever I was a little girl. It's
Yeah.
probably a good thing for my parents because nobody could have convinced me that I wasn't actually a witch.
and you would have gone out with a frying pan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But-
but you didn't have a little brother. You had a little one. You
I
had,
did.
Yeah,
She did have a little
She-
brother.
I did have a little
you
brother.
could have used him as bait.
I mean, I did make him do a lot of stuff that he. Yeah.
What a sweetie.
Yeah.
My gosh.
I was such a mean sister sometimes.
Anyway, I'm sorry. We were supposed to be wrapping this
Yeah,
up.
my bad.
Sorry.
Yeah, so anyway, those are our next couple of episodes. Okay, well, we hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's time for us to sign off. But before we go, only the best libraries have librarians who don't shush you.
Bye.